Hello, mixtresses and mixters. This is mixtressrae, and you're watching Mixtress Video. So I haven't quite decided what. I don't know how to angle things so that you see my face. I don't know what angles are necessary. I don't know how cameras work when it's not just my hands. But we're gonna work this out. Okay, today, you guys, I'm really excited. I kind of want to show you, actually, okay, so prepare yourself for a jarring moment. Okay, you ready? You ready? Jarring moment. Ooh, it's a dog. Can you see? This is, I'm doing correspondences today. So, get this back kind of where it was. Was this where it was? Yes, I think so. So one of the things that I really like is finding ways to make relationships between all of my different obsessions. So I have learned to not try to force things. So, sorry, I keep messing with it because I feel like I'm too close. I don't know. An autistic person seeing their own face. Like for me, it's distracting. Let me know in the comments if you're also an autistic person that does videos and when you see your own face, you're as distracted as you are when you're looking at someone else's face. Anyway, that's my current struggle. Okay, so one of my obsessions that I don't actually talk about that much on this channel is perfume. And I was reminded today, I just discovered a YouTuber that she's pretty popular. I just discovered her though. Of Herbs and Altars, Dorian from Of Herbs and Altars, and she has an obsession with Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab perfumes and the way that she describes the scents. I'm not going to be able to do it justice today, to do these scents justice today by describing them, but it's incredible. And the way that she describes them is like, oh, I know exactly what that is. I know exactly what that is. And she's also autistic, so we're speaking the same language. And anyway, so it inspired me. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I just haven't had the patience to sit down and do it, to create correspondences between my tarot decks and scents. So I'm going to show you guys today. I did it with 5, 10, I did it with 12 decks. So there are a few decks. Let's start with I want to mention there are two, looking at my decks over there, two decks that I have that I don't have a scent that goes with them right now, but I would like to correct that. I don't have a huge scent collection. I only have 20-ish scents. I would like to have more. But anyway, the other two that I think I need to have a scent that goes with it, Wild Unknown, I want one that makes you feel like you're in the woods, like dried leaves kind of smell. So I need to find one for that. And then Mystic Mondays, I would like to have a scent for. I think Mystic Mondays for me is going to smell like cotton candy. And I don't have a cotton candy perfume that I like. I've tried over the years to find a cotton candy perfume that I like. Let me know if you guys know, especially of a Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab, in the essential oil type perfume brands, if you know of one that is cotton candy, I would like to know. So I got my little perfume journal. It's just a little moleskin notebook that I've written down written down all the notes that are in the different perfumes that I own. So I'm going to be reading from that, and I'm going to be showing you my correspondences. But first, I have an honorable mention of a perfume that is actually my signature scent, kind of. I wear it pretty much every day. But because I associate it so heavily with me personally, I couldn't associate it with a tarot deck. So I'm going to mention it first, and that is Thierry Mugler. I think that's how you say it. Angel. This is, let's see, let me read you the notes. It is a very foodie scent. Look at all of these. Oh my god. Bergamot, coconut, orange, jasmine, pineapple, cotton candy. Oh, okay. Okay. This could be a Mystic Monday scent, but I want something that's more literally cotton candy. This one, it dries down to tonka bean, patchouli, sandalwood, vanilla, This is like, actually I haven't put it on yet today, so let's do it. Shall we? Yes. It's like, it's one of those love it or hate it things. Like, you really are gonna, it's strong. It's called siege when it just like projects from you and everybody can smell it. Like, I get a lot of compliments on this perfume, but there are probably other people that just kind of want to turn around and go the other way, and they're just too polite to say that, which is nice. Like, don't say that to people. Don't say that they smell bad. Okay. So that one I just wanted to make an honorable mention because it's not going to be associated with any of my tarot decks because I associate it with me. Okay. Like, I'm just like really excited when I had the idea because I knew I have a day off today and I was like, okay, I'm going to put on makeup. I'm going to put my face on the internet. But what am I going to talk about? I don't know. And then suddenly I was like, yes, I've been wanting to do, and I sat down and I made correspondences and I'm really happy with it. Okay. Sorry. That's enough preamble. I got to get started. Okay. These are in no particular order. So this is my, and I'm actually going to scent my decks as we go along. So this is my Dark Goddess Tarot. So I'll show you just a few cards from it. So this is like a very, I feel like this is kind of an ancestral deck. I think there was a lot of loving research done for this deck. And so I wanted a scent that's like really strong, really like goddess presence kind of scent, one that is powerful and heady and you just can't ignore it. So I picked this bottle is like an amalgamation of, I actually have never bought, it's called Mistress of Power from Posits. I've actually never bought this scent. It's just every time I order from them, they send me a sample size of this perfume. So this is, I actually just filled a bottle with like 4 of the sample sizes and it's enough basically. I've never actually sought it out and it's like incense and patchouli. Let me look up sorry, this is going to be a very long video. Sample sizes. Where are we? Mistress of Power. Incense, musk, aged patchouli, chocolate liquor, and clove. You know how clove is like a super overpowering scent? And this perfume is, everything else is so fucking strong that the clove kind of takes a little bit of a background note. Oh my god, my cards are going everywhere on my lap. You definitely smell the chocolate liquor. It is intense. This one, if you put it on your skin, that's all you're going to be able to smell. My cards are going everywhere. Okay. I need to have a secure place to set cards down, I guess. Okay, here we go. Right there. That's good. That'll work. Okay. And I like to scent my decks. I like to scent like the bags that they're in. So we're going to do that right now. So I'm going to scent, I guess I should show you what I'm doing. I'm just going to turn it like inside out and scent like around the seam here on the inside. Yeah. Oh yeah. So this one's just like, I don't really wear this one on my skin because it is so overpowering. That chocolate and patchouli is just, it's everything. It's definitely a Mistress of Power moment, but it is intense. But I thought that would be good for Dark Goddess Tarot. I'm actually glad that my dog just got up because now I'm going to use this area on my couch to set a bunch of shit down. Okay. Yes. Okay. How am I going to organize this? Okay, this is one, Hypnotic Poison was like my signature scent. I think I discovered it maybe in 8th or 9th grade, and I wore it pretty much every day up until about 2 years ago when I discovered the Angel perfume. This one is, let's look up like the scent notes for that. musk, vanilla, almond, apricot, coconut. You definitely like the top notes, you get that plum and coconut and jasmine that just like punches you in the face. And then when it dries down, it kind of dries down to sandalwood, and it's a foodie. It's actually like the creator of this scent, Anika Minardo. I don't remember. She actually created this scent to kind of be a sort of knockoff of, not a knockoff of Angel, but it was sort of like when Angel came out, the foodie perfume craze started. And this was like early 90s, I think, early to mid 90s. And so there were a couple of knockoffs. Actually, Anika Minardo, I think is her name. She created both of these perfumes. This is Lolita Limpica, which I'm going to show you which deck it's associated with in a second. And then Hypnotic Poison. She created both of them. And they're both like foodie, overpowering. This one's just kind of the girlier version, like, because it has rose and jasmine, and but it's not a hugely overpowered, like the floral scents in it don't take over. If you get the Toilette, for some reason, I have the Parfum here. I got it like a few years ago thinking, okay, I'm an adult now. It costs more for the Parfum. It's going to be better quality, right? I should get the Parfum. But to me, the Parfum, let me know what if you guys have experience with both of these and you have an opinion. Like, to me, the Parfum is like really like old lady, whereas you get more of the almond and the tonka bean and like, I don't know. And this is just nostalgia for me. This scent is nostalgia to me. So I picked Dark Angels. Let's just put them next to each other. Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. I picked Dark Angels Tarot because this deck to me, like I've said before, it reminds me of being a goth in the late 90s. Like, it's just so cheesy and beautiful, and it's just that specific like late 90s goth aesthetic that was, you know, I graduated high school in 2001, so I was a goth starting in like 96 is when I discovered the smoky eye, and from Gina Davis in Long Kiss Goodnight. That was the first smoky eye that I was like, what? Yes. And then Shirley Manson, and I just became a goth after that. So that's that association. I'm taking so long already, you guys. This is going to be the longest video ever. Okay. Drusilla. This perfume is by an Etsy perfumer, Anam Cara, Anamcara. And this perfume is, let me look it up. This is a very floral and mint. It's like basically floral and mint are the main notes, but it has roses, peonies, white lily, clove, almond, orange, and it's kind of the dichotomy of Drusilla as a character, because this is based on Drusilla from Buffy. And it's sort of like the push and pull of like her dark aspects of like clove, and then her more angelic aspects, like, because I think of Drusilla as a potential slayer, and she was actually training to be a nun before she got turned into a vampire, and she's psychic, and so she has all these different parts of her. And so at first I didn't like this, but it ages well. Like, it starts out when you buy it, for me, it's the floral notes are way more powerful, and I'm not really a floral perfume person. But as it kind of ages and you've had it a little bit longer, so the mints and the clove kind of come up. And fertile earth is one of the notes in this perfume. Yeah. So this one was like a little bit, I don't know if this is the perfect pairing, but I picked Moonchild Tarot to go with this. And the reasoning for it is because it comes off as kind of a light and sort of girly, forgive me for using the word girly. I know that's not, I don't want to gender perfumes, but it's just that sort of like floral and sort of wispy. Like, this is not a scent that really lingers. It's just, you know, if you like florals, this is a good one. Okay, I said I was gonna scent things, but then I didn't scent the last one. I'm gonna just like, because this is a box, I'm just gonna spray this in the air and just kind of waft it. So it'll still kind of have a scent. But like I said, this is not a, yeah, I think a floral makes sense for Moonchild because that is a very floral deck. Sorry, I didn't even get it out. But like, if I get out every one of these decks, we're gonna be here for like 2 hours. And honestly, maybe you're here for that, so. Okay. This is like, I'm nerding out on scents today and I love it so much. This was an important one because it's an important scent to me and kind of newer to my collection. Both of these, I got these two things around the same time actually. That's interesting. So this is a Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab perfume called Belonging to the Darkness. And it's number 2 because I think they have 2 iterations of this fragrance. And this is the second one. Let me give you the notes here. It's my last page on my little perfume notebook. It's my most recent perfume. This is, the notes are dark 3-year aged patchouli. I really like aged patchouli. The older it is, the better it smells to me. And it gets all sticky and dark and earthy and, oh, I love patchouli. Vintage amber, smoky cardamom, gilded juniper leaf. Like, how do you put gilded into a scent? I don't know, but and golden vetiver. One of my very favorite scents is vetiver. Vetiver is, if you've never smelled it, it's sort of a wet, cavey note. Like, it's earthy and it's like earth and water. It's like stalactites dripping on your face. So anything that has, and patchouli too. Patchouli grounds vetiver too. It just feels like you're kind of nestling into like a loamy, wet forest. I don't know. So now that I've said loamy, wet forest, I can show you. You're not going to be surprised if you watch my channel. Darkwood Tarot is my association with the Belonging to the Darkness B-Pal scent. And because this is a forest deck, this is, I'll just show you the Queen of Wands. This is a very earthy deck, and this is one of my very favorite scents. I love anything with patchouli and vetiver in it. So let's scent this baby. Should have used like the ones that are the most important to me first, because now my finger is just going to smell like all kinds of things when I do this. I'm just like rubbing it on the bag. I love it so much. Yes. Okay. This is just like, it's kind of evil, and this would be a good Slytherin perfume. If you're a Slytherin and you like to smell like slithery, wet, evil, like, if you like patchouli and vetiver, this is a really good one. So that's a good segue to another. This is another Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab scent called Malediction, and it is, the 2 notes in it, as far as I know, it's just patchouli and vetiver. And I've actually had this for, listen to that. It's so sticky. It's so old and sticky. I've actually had it for probably close to 10 years. I'm really not sure. Oh, God. And it is aged to just fucking perfection. It is, I love it so much. And it is, I'm showing you the bag like you know what that is. It is, I associate it with Marigold Tarot because it's simple, but it packs a huge punch. You know, that patchouli and vetiver is just like that cave scent that I was just talking to you about. It is that times 10 with this scent. And the patchouli just like, especially like when it ages, patchouli just gets darker and stickier. And like, I know I've said that like 3 times now, but so Marigold Tarot gets to be paired with Malediction from Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. I'm gonna try to go like a little bit fucking faster. Like, it's already been 20 minutes and I've only gone through 3, 4 decks, 5. Okay, keep going. Okay. Next pairing is Lolita Limpica and Shadowscapes Tarot. So Lolita Limpica is, let's find my notes. I'm trying to, they were in alphabetical order, but then I got more and now they're all a mess. Okay. This one is the, like if you are into like the foodie scents like Angel, but you're looking for something that is, this one's based on like licorice. It doesn't really smell literally like licorice. You do get a little bit of that anise scent, which I fucking love. Any licorice based scent I am all over, like cherry and licorice. And like as far as foodie scents go, I like candy foodie scents personally. I don't really like cookie type scents, but this one is, the top notes are anise, violet, and ivy, so it's got like a little bit of like a more fresh green scent profile to it. Middle notes are iris, amaryllis, licorice, orris root, and cherry. And the base notes are praline, white musk, vetiver, vanilla, and tonka bean. I don't really get vetiver from this, but this one is like, it really sticks around. Like you spray this and you're still gonna smell it tomorrow. You know, this stuff is long lasting. It probably has a parfum and a toilette. I have the parfum, but this shit, it goes with, I can't hold them both at the, yeah, I can, sure, why not? It goes with Shadowscapes, mostly because of the aesthetic. Like, look how good that looks together. Like, come on. Mostly the aesthetic, but also this deck is like, you think it's going to be forgiving and beautiful with all the fairies and the gorgeousness. So let's spray this baby. Hair out of the way. I'm really sad because like, I just ordered from, this came from NYX Cosmetics. I just ordered from them and they don't, their like makeup doesn't come in these pretty little lace bags anymore. So anyway, the thing about Shadowscapes is you think it's going to be all sweet and forgiving because of all the beautiful fairy vibes and everything, but it actually really packs a punch. And it also has a very, that sort of bright ivy. Like you can smell fucking ivy in Lolita Limpica perfume. You can smell it. And then it dries down to like a foodie scent, and it's darker than you think it's going to be. Like it starts off being like, oh, fairies and glitter, and then it dries down to like dark evil bitch. That kind of smells like food. Candy evil bitch. That's what it dries down to. So it is a perfect pairing with Shadowscapes in my opinion, because Shadowscapes always punches you in the face. Even though it does, it taunts you from the corner, like come get answers from me. I will tell you beautiful things. I'm just a sweet little fairy, and then and then it punches you in the face. And that's what Lolita Limpica perfume does as well. So again, that's Lolita Limpica, and God, look at this packaging. Like, yeah, okay. This whole like evil apple packaging, I don't like apple scents, but evil apple packaging will always get me. Speaking of evil Apple packaging, Midnight Poison is another from the like Poison brand. This was a gift years and years ago. Like, it's still half full. And this is my going out perfume. I put this on when I need like the confidence, and I've like psychologically trained myself with this perfume. Yeah, just like one whiff of it, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go to the bar. Let's do it. I can't wait till I can do that again. I can't wait till I can be like uncomfortably close to strangers again and drunk. I miss that. Anyway, Midnight Poison top notes are bergamot and orange, and that shit is what like you get like punched in the back of your skull with the bergamot. The bergamot hits you, and then it dries down to patchouli, amber, and vanilla. And it has like a middle note. It's like, it's bergamot, and then the rose, and then it dries down to like a patchouli and vanilla, which to me is always a safe, grounded scent. Like patchouli and vanilla are two of my favorite notes ever. So the thing that like the bergamot is what hits you with that. Okay, I got this. Let's go. Let's go out. Let's do it. For me, that works psychologically. So I paired it with Moon Power Tarot, because this is also, Midnight Poison is kind of a scent that I feel nostalgic about a little bit, even though I haven't actually had it that long. I've only had it like 10 years or so, but it's still, it's that sort of like gothic nostalgia vibe thing. It works. It works. Okay, so with this one, it's not like a cloth bag so much, but I'm just going to spray the inside of the bag. God, this room is going to be so stinky. Woo, yeah, that bergamot. Yeah, yeah. I just want to go clubbing now. Oh, you guys, video is like obnoxious. I'm sorry. But hey, you can click away if it's too obnoxious for you. Oh my God, this smells. I'm going to get like a headache, but it's going to be worth it. All right. This one was hard. Like, at first I thought I couldn't find a scent to go with my Children of Letha. Because I wanted something that's kind of like foresty, but also really weird. I wanted like shapeshifter forest scent, and like, what is that? I don't know. I don't know what that is. But I landed on something that's not actually a perfume. Look at that gorgeous sun-basked energy. So I went with one that I'm really obsessed with right now. This is a ritual oil. So this one, with ritual oils, usually ritual oils, this is the Samhain ritual oil from Midnight Muses. It was like it's like a subscription box, and it doesn't even list what the scents are, but it has sort of, I don't know if it's, I don't think it's vetiver, but it has like a wetness. It has like a wet moss scent. Like maybe it's an oud or oud or ode, or however you say that, O-U-D. Or like, what's the, it doesn't smell like this, so maybe I shouldn't even say it. It does smell like wet, decaying earth. And that's not exactly the right scent for Children of Letha, but I wanted to talk about this anyway. So I think I'm taking it back. I think it doesn't actually match Children of Letha, but this is so good. I love to rub it on my hands. I need to resist the urge to do that right now because I smell like too many things at the moment. So I'm going to resist. But I really, like, I use this one for a lot of my tarot readings right now. I'll just get it out and just rub it all over my hands, which is what I do with most of the, like, more, like the Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab type perfumes, the ones that come in like the little essential oil bottles. I use most of those just to rub on my hands because they don't usually last that long. Like, I like a scent that like really sticks around for a while, and those don't usually last a super long time. So I'll usually rub those on my hands like as part of my ritual process whenever I start shuffling cards. So a lot of my decks smell anyway because I'm rubbing oil on my hands before I start shuffling them and stuff. Okay, 4 left. Okay, this video isn't going to be that long. We can hang out. It's fine. We're going to be good. Ah, yes. Like, I'm so nerding out about this topic. Okay. This next perfume from Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab, again, and it's called, this is in their permanent collection, so you can get it right now, I'm pretty sure. It's called Voodoo. And it is something else. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where is it? Is it not in here? Okay. Listen to all these notes, guys. Myrrh, which I usually hate myrrh, but it's not super... Okay, here's the thing with this scent. This is something that Dorian from Of Herbs and Altars mentioned as well, and I think she's right. When you first get this scent, it is... I mean, you may like it. I mean, everybody's taste varies, but for me, it wasn't dark enough and deep enough. It was too... I don't know how to say it, but it didn't have enough presence. And what presence it did have was, I think, the myrrh. I think for me, I don't like myrrh. So at first the myrrh was bugging me, but I've had this perfume now for as long as I've had Malediction. I got them at the same time. So like maybe 10 years, 9 years, 8 to 10, I've had this perfume. And once it starts aging a little bit, it becomes so fucking amazing. Okay, this is the one I rub on my hands a lot. This is a ritual perfume. Like if you're looking for something that you can use like a couple drops of for just kind of clearing in a ritual space, this is my patented like ritual perfume. If you're doing some spell work, this is what you go to. This is the modern witch perfume. Let's just go ahead and say it, because it is ritual perfume. So here are the notes. This is a bad idea. But I'm going to do it anyway. Myrrh, patchouli, vetiver, lime, vanilla, pine, almond, and clove. And you can definitely smell all of those things. It's a lot of different things. So myrrh is really good for, I even wrote down like when I was doing like research into different scents and their magical uses, like myrrh is good for meditation. Patchouli is good for mental clarity. Vetiver is just, it's the earth element. Like it is just, so is patchouli. Almond is for air. Clove is protection. Like clove is a really good protection scent. I know it's like you're gonna love or hate clove. So like, if you don't love it, then find something else that you want to associate with protection. But clove is a good protection smell. And almond, God, I fucking love almond. It's one of my top 5 favorite notes. But this thing is, there's so much going on with this. Like, it's just like a simultaneous cleanse. You get the lime, and I feel like I can smell cherry, but that's not a note that is listed. But you get the lime and the patchouli and the vetiver and the pine. Like it's cleansing. Like you can use this for like a banishing spell. You can use it for a cleansing spell. You can use it to just like clear the air at the beginning of a ritual. It's everything. And I'm actually really low on it, so I need more. But it's so good. It's so good. This is like the perfect ritual oil. And so I picked Modern Witch because this is a deck that I use just like without even thinking sometimes. Like this is the go-to deck for client readings, and this is the go-to oil for client readings. Like if I'm going to be spreading something on my hands, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be this. It's going to be that or this Samhain stuff, either way. Okay, next. I really, like I said, I really, really, really love licorice scents. So I actually have several in my collection. I'm not showing you guys all of my perfumes today because then we'd really be here forever. Although I'm showing you about 2/3 of my perfume collection right now, probably. Maybe even a little bit more, like 3/4. So one of my treasured licorice scents is black anise. And I know most people don't like licorice, so I understand. But for me, it is everything, and I love it. So, black anise notes are star anise, black anise, imagine that, fennel, absinthe, smoked licorice, and sweet black dry licorice. And I put a little note on here at some point that this is good for protection from evil spirits. Okay. And this is the one, I have several licorice scents, but this is the one that smells the most like licorice. It just smells like straight up licorice. So if you're into that, great. If you're not, then you're not gonna like this. But for me, I pair that with Halloween taro because Halloween taro has to smell like Halloween candy. And what is more Halloween candy than black licorice? Nothing. Nothing at all. So that's a good segue to another scent that would have worked well with Halloween taro, which is another licorice scent called, oh, that one, I don't know if I mentioned, but this is from Posits. I think you can see that on the label anyway, but Nessun Dorma is another licorice scent. This is actually, she kind of, like, she didn't create it for me, but sadly, the main perfumier, I don't know, the nose behind Posit's perfume, she died a few years ago. Fabienne, that was her name. And but several years ago, actually I can see, probably wrote down the year. This came out for the Halloween collection of 2014. Several years ago, so it was 2014. I messaged her saying, I love your perfumes. I would love to see what you do with a licorice scent if you're interested in that ever. Like, I know some people hate licorice, so, you know, don't make it if you hate it. But I would love to have that. And she actually created this one like a year later. And she had one other licorice scent called Silver Licorice. She ended up creating, for the first time ever, because she replied, she's like, you know what, I've never done a licorice scent, I should do that. And she immediately, the next collection, she had this one out. So like, I suggested it, and then she ended up making 3 different licorice scents over the course of her career, and I bought all 3 of them, and I love all 3 of them for different reasons. But this one is, and she kind of got better with each one. Like, this is the last one she made, and I think it's the most licorice scent ever. The Silver Licorice was kind of like a sort of weird, musky, wrong licorice, but wrong in a good way, you know? It was like a winter licorice. And the black anise is more like a Halloween licorice. And then the Nessun Dorma, this one's the strongest of the bunch. The only 2 notes in this are night black licorice and caramel. This smells like, and it's aged really well. Like, it's gotten better. Like, I didn't love it at first, but it smells like those really hard caramel candies, you know, that are kind of cube shaped, plus licorice. Like, it's so wrong, it's right. Oh, this one's really, really strong though. Like, I don't usually wear this one on my skin, but I love smelling it. So this one I've decided to pair with, and this is a weird combination kind of, but this is a deck. I decided to pair it with Santa Muerte. And this is a deck that for me it's very grounded and serious. Santa Muerte is a serious deck to me. So I actually picked a not serious candy scent to go with this deck. Not only because it's associated, you can associate licorice with, you know, the Halloween time of year, any time of year. And Santa Muerte is kind of Day of Dead time of year, which is around that time of year. You can associate any licorice scent with Halloween deck or Santa Muerte, I think. Not only that, but because I feel like this kind of takes a little bit of the seriousness out of Santa Muerte. So I'm going to anoint the inside of the lid. That's how I'm going to do it with this one. Yeah, just spread it around in there. Just spread it around in there. Don't be scared. Don't be scared of your scents. Get them all over things. Ow, yes. Oh. What's wrong with me? Scents are just waking me up today, guys. But this one just, it's like so many people would probably hate this because it really does smell like old, dark, like rotted caramel and licorice. That's what it smells like. But I feel like it takes a little bit of the seriousness out of Santa Muerte Tarot to have that scent associated with it. So I'm kind of pairing them together to sort of play off of each other. And I'm hoping that it will help me feel Santa Muerte. I love that deck and I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. But I still, like I always say, I don't feel like I've completely bonded with it. And I've had it like a year and a half now. And I feel like there's a certain level of it's intentionally closing itself off to me. And it's because of how serious it feels to me, I think. But I think this is going to help me. No, ma'am, you can't get back up here now. I'm covering this area with decks. You're going to have to go away. She's not going to accept it. And she's going to make a big mess here in a second when she tries to jump on the couch. Okay, down to the last one, guys. Did I even yeah, there were only 2 notes in that whole scent. So this one is, I'm not sure if I should say the name of this one. I put it in this gorgeous, this is a Posset's perfume. And I put it in this gorgeous, I think this was like an Avon perfume that my grandma used to own. And she gave me the bottle. It smelled awful. Awful, like old lady perfume. Like not perfume that my grandma really even wore either, because she used to wear White Diamonds by Elizabeth Taylor. Okay, I'm not gonna say the name of this perfume because it includes a word that, like, you know, we try not to use anymore. This scent was created a long time ago. Like I said, the Fabienne, the woman that was the perfumer for Posset's before, she died a few years ago. So this word has only recently become one that, like, we realize, us white people have realized that this is not a word we should probably use anymore, but I will show you the name of the perfume right there. So the notes in this perfume are, this is one of my very favorite perfumes of all time too. Masses of flowers, clove cigarettes, dark musk, vetiver, incense, and cards. Cards, you guys, and you can smell it. Like, this perfume smells like you're in a cemetery with your tarot deck. You're a goth girl, smoking clove cigarettes, reading tarot in a cemetery. Like, you can smell that sort of granite smell of being in a cemetery. You can smell the flowers. This is another, like, one of the only acceptable florals to me. I don't know if I'd call this a floral because the clove grounds it. Like, you get this sort of, like, smash of bouquet flowers in but they're sort of rotting flowers. You know, they're not fresh. They're sort of rotting flowers. And you get that, like, clove, you know how clove is, like, a very overpowering scent. It really is, like, somehow she's done something to it that makes it smell like clove cigarettes. It's like, it's a smoky, sort of wispy clove. So it takes some of the punch out of it. Like, I like how strong clove is. I'm really into clove. But even if you're not super into clove, I mean, it still smells like clove, but it's like a wispy, kind of like there's like a vanilla-ish moment to it. But vanilla isn't in, but it really does. Like, this is so specific. It really smells like all of the things that are listed here. It smells like you're in a cemetery, you're burning incense, which I've done many times, and you're sitting on one of those above ground tombs, so you can smell the granite, you can smell the incense, you can smell the, like, rotting flowers of, like, somebody left flowers at a grave a couple weeks ago. and you're shuffling cards. Like it does have like this papery, like you can smell granite and paper and flowers. And I really, really love this perfume. So it is the grave. It is grave. I think if this person were still alive, she probably would rename this perfume. But I will continue buying it because somebody is still running Posset's perfumes. So they're not really putting out new scents. Or they might be. I don't know. But I will continue to buy this perfume. But this is actually, even though it doesn't look like a lot, this is actually a lot. It's like this size in here. So it'll last me forever and I probably won't ever need to buy another one. But anyway, I really love this perfume, and the fact that I wanted to associate it with a deck. I don't know why I'm being so weird about it. This is my Smith weight, what I keep my Smith weight. Look how good these look together too. I didn't even do that on purpose. Like this antique bottle and beautiful antique wooden box. So this is the box that I keep my vintage Smith weight in. Just one of the yellow boxes from the 80s. And I think that this is perfect because it's like, yeah, just like, I felt like I needed this perfume to be associated with a deck that is like an every deck, like you can get out the Smith weight for any reason at any time. And it's all purpose. Like I said in one of my last videos, it's tofu, So I don't know, just like the sort of vintage vibe of being able to, I don't know, that vintage vibe makes sense to me with this perfume. Okay, so that's all of my perfume associations. The reason that I got this out, the Parfum version of Hypnotic Poison, I am interested in, I think I would ask for you to pay shipping, but I'm interested in giving this away to someone. Like it's a little less than half of a bottle, but it's pretty, you can see. And I like polished it today, so it's nice and shiny. I put this on last week and I can't do it. It smells like grandma neck to me, but if you're into that, if you like this parfum, let me know and I will do a giveaway. Again, I would probably ask for you to pay like $10 shipping and I will send it to you. Just email me. Like if you comment on this video that you want it, I'm probably not going to respond to that. Just because it'll be easier for me if you just send me an email. Email's down in the description if you want this, like little less than half a bottle. And if you need to know, I don't know. How long have I had it? I just can't stand it. Oh, it's so different than the toilet. That's so weird. It's just very, very floral. So if you're interested in that, if you like this, and it is kind of expensive, I would gladly give this to you. But again, just give me, I'll send you my PayPal information, and you could send me $10 to ship it to you if you're in the United States. I will ship it to you, and hopefully you can have it by Christmas or close. And yeah, I don't know if anyone would be interested in a half-empty bottle of perfume, but if you are, let me know. Send me an email. Email description down below. Okay. That's it, guys. Thank you for being here for my giddy perfume tour. I am really excited. I made a little wish list because as I'm going through, I don't need to associate a perfume with every single tarot deck I have, I don't think, but I definitely want to have one for Mystic Mondays. I definitely want to have one for Wild Unknown, at least. And then some of my other decks, they don't need to have a particular scent necessarily, but if those correspondences come to me at some point, then I will do an update to this video, I guess. But let me know if you like to associate particular scents with your tarot decks, or just what are some of your favorite scents? If you know of, okay, what are my top 5 scent notes? Let's do that right now. Patchouli, vetiver, clove, almond, and licorice. I mean, just, yeah. Yeah. That's gotta be, I mean, there's others that I really like. Like I like cherry. Yeah. And anyway, especially if you have good suggestions for Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab perfumes, because I'm thinking about, I only have 5 of their perfumes, and I'm thinking about just like really going crazy after the new year and spending a couple $100s at the Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab site. I want to get hair gloss because they have like perfumed hair gloss. I want that in my life. And I want to get, they have bath oils, I think. I want to get some of those. I'm thinking about nerding out on perfume again, guys. So this might become a perfumey channel. It could happen. Thanks for watching. You guys are the best. You like my makeup, guys? I like really spent time on it today. Bye.